Welcome to EYE on Sci-Fi podcast. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 199 of the EYE on Sci-Fi podcast. I'm your host, Rod Faulkner. Thank you for joining me. I love animation, and some of the best animation that I have seen in recent years has been produced by small independent studios and independent filmmakers. And let me tell you, many of these animated short films can give animated films produced by major studios like Disney, DreamWorks, and Pixar a run for their money. The short film that I'm going to share with you is a prime example of that. It is called FROSTBITE. And let me set the stage for you. FROSTBITE opens on a distant, frozen world. Think the planet Hoth from The Empire Strikes Back. We see that a huge spaceship has crashed, and exploring that spaceship is a lone scavenger. Now, this scavenger is looking for salvage, things that he thinks will be valuable. As he explores the spaceship, though, eventually he finds nothing and begins to return back to his ship. It's at that moment that he makes a remarkable discovery that he feels will change his life. However, he soon realizes that he has gotten much more than he bargained for, and his life hangs in the balance. FROSTBITE is a beautifully 3D animated sci-fi short film, and the filmmakers should be applauded for the attention to detail in their animation style. When you see this frozen world, you can almost feel the chill in the air and hear the wind howling. And when the action kicks off, you're right in the thick of it. And what is also special about this short film is that it is just shy of 5 minutes long. So that tells you that if you have a great story, a clear vision, and laser focus, a good sci-fi narrative doesn't have to have a lot of extraneous, superfluous detail and self-indulgent scenes. It can get right to the point, put you right in the situation along with the protagonist, and take you for quite a ride. FROSTBITE delivers on every aspect of that. Of course, a link to where you can watch FROSTBITE will be included in the link tree that is in the show notes of this episode. Not only will you be able to watch FROSTBITE, but you will also be able to explore all of the other cool, curated, indie speculative short films, web series, and closely related media that we've curated on the7thmatrix.com. We also have a brand new daily micro newsletter. Now, EYE on Sci-Fi newsletter is quite different from your typical newsletter. It is a newsletter where I share what I think will be an interesting and cool speculative gem. It can be sci-fi or fantasy that I think you will enjoy, and each edition of the newsletter will take you less than 60 seconds to read. So make sure to sign up, again, via the Linktree link in the show notes of this episode, and I look forward to you joining me there. I also need to ask you to visit our support section, because without the kind and generous support of listeners like you, we would not be able to do the work that we do, and we appreciate that a great deal as well. That's it for this episode, everyone, and next episode will be our 200th episode. That's really hard to believe. And to commemorate that, we will have a talented young filmmaker who is making his return to the podcast, and he will be talking about his latest exciting project. So make sure to join us by signing up for the podcast wherever you get your podcast. And please make sure to leave us a review and rating, because that does help others find us, and we appreciate that a great deal. So until next time, everyone, remember to take a break, escape the mundane, and enter the fantastic. Take care.